Before we begin, I just want to give a big shout out to the Luigi Master 1000 for allowing me to use his footage for this video today. Holy crap. I was just looking at the Twitter feed. You see, this has become a thing I do. I'd be chilling, listening to music, or watching a show with my girlfriend, and I see that Sonic Origins is being made. A remake of the original Sonic games on the Genesis. Whoa, that's really neat, I thought. But you know what really sold me on it? When I heard the games were being made in full widescreen. I mean, you have to be fucking kidding me. That is absolutely one of the coolest things I ever heard. Quick, like the video, subscribe, and check out my reviews series on the Sonic games if you want in-depth reviews. So here I am, feeling an excitement boner at the prospect of playing 4 of the greatest Sonic games ever made in full HD when I see that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch. I have to say, I have a lot of options. I have a PS4 and a gaming PC as well, and usually I always go for PC releases of a game, but something from my 90s kid brain told me that the Switch was the way to go, like a big middle finger to the 90s bit wars we all fought and died to protect. I was like a free-spirited hippie about to say, yeah, Sega does what Nintendo don't, but Nintendo do what Sega doesn't, or some shit like that. Also, I wanted to play these games on the go, and finally being able to play Sonic 3 on a modern platform with that amazing gameplay design and epic fucking music. Are you laughing yet? Because if you aren't, then you had to have been under Patrick Starr's rock for the last few weeks, because word spreads quick when a company fucks something up so badly that it doesn't even resemble the original source material. I'm speaking of the music, of course. The gameplay is fine, and the graphics seem okay, even though I've been told as a Digital Foundry viewer that they royally fucked that up too with bilinear filtering or some other calculus or something. I don't pretend to know how linearity could be bi or why we are applying sexualities to a bunch of fucking pixels on an LCD screen, but I personally thought the games looked fine. It was the fucking music that did it for me. Before I get into that, I should talk about the first few games. Sonic 1 runs okay but has slowdown. Once again, Sega does what Nintendo doesn't, because the game has slowdown in the anniversary mode that kept eating my goddamn jumps. And playing a Sonic game where he decides randomly, nah, I don't feel like jumping, I'm just gonna run into this lava pit, just doesn't feel very Sonic-y. Sonic is supposed to be fast, a blur across the fucking screen, and if he's gonna take a lava dip, then by golly, he is jumping into that pit, because no Sonic game should be that damn hungry for our jumps. Every game has new animated scenes that pop up when you begin a new game or beat one. They are actually a fucking highlight of the collection, and I found myself thoroughly entertained with my 90s boner in my head, except for the Amy animations. But we aren't talking about Amy, because we are gonna pretend that Sonic CD was an awful mistake and it never happened. On to the next thing. The music in the first game does seem off just a bit. They aren't really a problem, it sounds good as it is, but it is different from the original. But then again, the original had a different sound across 3 Genesis models and a fuck ton of emulation re-releases that usually fuck up the sound so bad that you were stabbing your eardrums out before coming to the realization that there exists a mute button on your TV set. Sonic 2 seemed to be more fun to me. The game has an appetite for jumps as well, but let's be honest here, Sonic 2 is just a better designed game altogether, and some Mega Jank Man food disposal was not enough to detract from a damn good time. The game even lets you cheat in it, and as I determined from a previous video, cheating in a video game is perfectly fine as long as you suck at it, and boy do I not suck at Sonic. I'm actually above average after watching half of my friends play these games, but I still cheated in it using the coins that Origins give you. These can be used to retry the special stages as many times as you wanted till you got the emerald, and man, I used them. The one part of the game I sucked at, I used the power of leniency, and after checking, my balls still remain. They even added the hidden palace zone into the game. I accidentally fell into a pit expecting death and lose my shit when I am in a level of myth and legend only ever seen in magazine previews. So here we are at the final Sonic game in the collection, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And man, as soon as you boot it up, you notice something. Something was not right. They used the beta soundtrack for the game's music, meaning no cool ass Michael Jackson-esque jams, because there is legality hell involved, because MJ might have actually had his work used in the original release and Sega can't afford to be sued over that. So what do? They add in unfinished mediocre songs that aren't terrible but are complete shit compared to the original game. I was pretty pissed sitting there trying to figure out why this all felt off, but I guess my newfound love of MJ's style over the past 6 years just really made me want a refund. But I decided to stick it out, and wow, there is some Ubisoft level jank happening here. Like Sonic 06 code somehow got in there and affected the game with it. It's playable, but I began to notice how bad the hit detection was, seeing characters fly off the screen and getting stuck in walls. How am I supposed to save the world from Ace Ventura if I can't even stay lay on the fucking ground. I guess I have to admit it was a good time playing this game, but as a Twitter user, I have read from the devs of 3 and Knuckles specifically that there was deadlines and that many bugs popped up when Sega compiled the games. So they QA'd the fucking individual games, but after merging them into one, they basically said, fuck it, the duct tape should hold. Well, the duct tape did not hold, and now we have another example of why people never trust a Sonic game from good old Sammy Sega Group. Thank you for another disaster, you suits. I hope you're happy. Now, I hope that they allow updates to fix this dumpster fire, but until then, I advise you sit this one out or pirate it off the bay of choice. Just kidding. Piracy is immoral. Download an emulator and emulate it like a sophisticated person with a 100% legal ROM dumps. Also, Sonic CD still sucks ass. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and click that bell for more videos from the channel. And until we meet again, stay nerdy.